I also cannot predict who is going to turn on who first because we've seen it before. Like, MJF was going to do it, but then he didn't. And then we saw Adam Cole kind of have that moment of like, okay, this is the time to do it. And they just end up hugging it out. So I think this is going to be really interesting because they have not only this match, but in the 0 hour, they're also fighting
Right.
Aussie Open.
Right.
So there's a possibility that they could be Ring of Honor champions, tag team champions, and then go into the main event as tag team champions, but fighting for another championship altogether.
How crazy is that?
I don't know.
The thought of that, that would be so good though. That would be so good and a little different.
Yeah, very different.
Because what's gonna happen? I mean, it's MJF and it's Adam Cole, and in that main event match, I don't know. Best friend. I think this one is one of the matches that I'm like the most excited about.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait to see the outcome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really good main event. Really exciting stuff. Man, just the run that they have been having with
Yeah.
the merch that they're selling,
Mm-hmm.
it's all been so, so good. And props to them for being able to just the chemistry works. The
Yes.
chemistry just works. Yeah.
I think the way that Adam Kobe has changed MJF a little bit, where you see a little bit of his soft side, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It,
Seeing a little soft side of MJF is so crazy.
they got him pizza, ringside rest friend, like that
Oh,
man.
that's right. He was giving away pizza to fans, like
He's
handing the
all about it.
pizza. That
He is
that was
cracking me
different.
up.
His cat pictures, I love when I don't even follow him, but when he posts pictures of his cat on Twitter, it comes up on
Oh,
my
it's
feed, and I'm like, that is so cute. That's such a soft
Rest
man.
friend, that is so funny that you say that you don't follow him, but the cat pictures pop up.
Why? I
That's
know, right? That is
that's the
so
government.
weird. Yeah.
That's the
It's like the
government.
cat people.
They're like, oh, she doesn't like. She knows of MJF, and here's another cat picture.
Uh
So
huh.
yeah. So who do you think has a better chance of winning? Do you think MJF is going to retain, or do you think Adam Cole Bebe gets a chance? Because if anyone were to defeat MJF, people think it would be Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks couldn't do it. There was a lot of other people who fought MJF in like this big capacity, and they
They
just
couldn't do
weren't
it.
able to do it.
Yeah.
So, do you think Adam Cole could possibly be the one to do it, or that it's just not time yet?
I think Adam Cole can be the one to do it, but at the same time, I feel like it depends on how MJF goes into this match. Like,
Mm,
will he be vulnerable and be like, okay, this is my bestie, this is my friend, we're just gonna have a great time,
yeah.
and then Adam Cole takes advantage of that, or will MJF come out as the MJF that we know and give it his all, not caring that that is his friend? I feel like it depends on that.
Yeah.
I really, this is the one match that I just don't know. It could go either way because we know Adam Kobe when he was in NXT.
Yeah.
We know what he's capable of. And will he turn on MJF or not? And then also we know what MJF is
Who
capable of.
knows?
So restaurant for me, for real, this is one of the matches that I'm so excited about because I cannot predict what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think those are the best matches too, where you're
Yes.
just like, okay, this match could literally go so many ways.
Yes.
Like they could go into it angry and, you know, or go into it professionally as like, okay, I respect you, you're my friend. I don't know, they're using that term very lightly these days.
Yeah.
Um, but it's also I feel like going to be such a huge not disadvantage, but like they have a pre-show match, which to me, I don't know how that's going to work. Like you have 2 hours of recovery
Right.
for that. And if you're fighting for this is a championship match in 0 hour. So it's not like you can say, oh, I'm just gonna half-ass it, basically. Like you
Right.
gotta fight.
Right.
Or if MJ like it could be like, oh, MJF's not gonna tag in and it's just gonna let Adam do all the work, or vice versa. There's so many things that could be into play with this match, and that's just what makes it so exciting. So
Yes, I agree.
I'm 1,000% there with you. Okay, let's talk about the next match. We have the AEW World Tag Team Championship match, which is the Young Bucks versus FTR, and this is lucky number 3
Yeah.
or unlucky number 3, however you see it.
Right.
Russ friend, thoughts on on the Young Bucks and FTR? Who
Crazy is my word.
craziness, yes.
I I guess okay. I want to say
Mhm,
I just don't see the Young Bucks losing
mhm.
this match, but at the same time, I don't know, Restaurant. I really don't know how to feel about this match. It's just crazy because first of all, we didn't think this was gonna happen so soon after,
Yeah.
after if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it here, but
Right, but if you know, you know.
yeah.
So I to be honest, I don't know how to feel about this match yet. Like it still hasn't.
Sunk in yet.
Yes. How about you? What?
You know what? FTR is just a really, really great tag team, and anytime that they have any match, it's just always great.
Yes, I
And
definitely agree with
there's
that.
there's no denying that. But I think they can afford a loss here. I think it'll be okay. It's not gonna discredit them in any way to lose these championship belts, especially to a tag team like the Young Bucks.
Right, exactly.
But also, do the Young Bucks need another tag team championship?
I
Like
know that's
this is where it gets like
I
tricky.
I feel you on that one because a part of me, just because because I'm an elite fan,
Mhm.
I believe that they deserve that moment of
Yeah.
winning the championships. Again, if you
Yeah.
know, you know. But you're right.
Yeah.
Like, do they need another run? At
Mhm.
least right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yeah, of course, I would love to see the Young Bucks as tag champs,
Of
but I feel like they
course.
are just so big right now.
Right.
Such a they're AEW, such a staple to Dynamite that it's fine to me if they're not champions,
Mm.
but also it'd be fine to me if FTR wasn't champions. So if I had to have one or the other, I would definitely choose the Young Bucks because I've
Absolutely.
always favored the Young Bucks. Rest friend, I can't believe you put me onto the Young Bucks years ago. And here
Restaurant.
I
I'm so
am.
happy that I put you. You had to.
Here I am now.
Because we're sometimes we are Nick and Matt.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Full circle.
No, I agree with you, Rest Friend. I also think it would be nice to see the championships back on Dynamite for a
Mhm.
while because even though they said it's not separate shows,
Mhm.
it kind of feels that way because we haven't seen FTR defend the championships against anyone on Dynamite.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to see them back on Dynamite. That's my thing. Maybe the Young Bucks don't have to hold them for that long. I just think that maybe that getting that victory at
Mhm.
All In, that's another thing. It's
Yeah.
All In.
Yeah.
This is the show that the Young Bucks, junto con Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
that they started, right? So for them to win the championship at All In, it would mean a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
And I totally forgot about that, that just significance of that pay-per-view.
exactly.
So for them, and this is just historic for AEW in general,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's I don't know, man.
Right,
That's
right, and it kind of changes it a little bit.
yeah. I think man, I want to say it's just literally it could be either or, but then whoever wins, like who would be the next tag team to challenge? Because I don't think I mean, besides Ray and Penta, but I feel
Who
like
have also
who have
held
also
it?
held
Is
it.
that we would literally go back in circles.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to see who else could possibly, hold those titles. And the only other tag team that's available technically is Adam Cole and MJF.
yeah. Well,
Or unless it goes back to the acclaimed.
my mind goes to Best Friends just because I feel like, okay, Best Friends have been there since the beginning of
Yeah.
AEW. Tony Khan hasn't given them the opportunity to win that many matches, let
Yeah.
alone the championships. But it's like they would have to build up Best Friends.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're going to do that, either FTR or the Young Bucks and then really build up best friends
Yeah.
to be champions,
Yeah.
because then I feel like, everyone in that group has been, given a spot. Yuta had the Ring of Honor Pure Championship.
Right.
And now,
And then he goes to the Blackpool Combat
oh my God,
Club.
when he's a mega star. I mean, I don't know if I would say mega. I would say mega star.
For you.
Right?
No, he is. He is. I agree with
Yuta
that.
is so great. Okay. And then we have Chris Statlander, who is the current
TNT Women's Champion.
TNT Women's Champion. Yeah. So
Well, TNT Champion, because there's only one, right?
yes, true.
So
We don't have to say women's.
oh, TBS. I'm sorry. TBS. We
TBS?
were saying TNT and it's TBS.
It's a TV.
TNT
honestly,
is the men's
I
restaurant.
still get confused when I have to watch Dynamite. I'll be like, it's one with the T. Either or.
I have it on my DVR, so I literally
You just
have
press
to, Yeah.
I gotta start doing that because I'd be confused, best friend. But yeah, so everyone in that crew has basically been, champion.
you
and
are so right.
where is Chuck E. Cheese and
And
Trent's? So
exactly. Yeah, because then you have Orange Cassidy.
yes, who has had a fantastic run as a champion.
What do they call it?
Atlantic? North Atlantic?
North
World?
Atlantic?
I don't know. We watch
Atlantic
Dynamite, I
World.
swear, guys.
I swear we do.
Swear to God. All Atlantic? All
Something Atlantic.
it's something about the water. Okay. Orange Cassidy is the champ.
Something
People are
about
gonna be
being
like, we're not watching you guys anymore. You don't fucking know anything.
You know what?
I promise you we do. I promise you
Oh
we
my
do.
goodness. You know what? What color eyeshadow was Chris Stanlander wearing on her last match? Exactly. You guys don't know
Exactly.
that.
You don't know. Take that. What
I'm
boots did
fucking
she come
dead.
out wearing yesterday? You don't know. A
Oh,
Collision. You don't know what her outfit looked
good
like.
one, Wrestfriends.
Amazing. Okay. Well, speaking about the women, let's talk, let's
What
talk
a
about
beautiful transition.
let's talk about this triple threat match. So the AEW Women's World Championship match is going to be with Sheeta, with Britt Baker, Tony Storm, and Saraya. Not a triple threat. I'm so
I was about to
sorry.
say Wrestfriend. I was like, wait, I thought it was
It
a
is Sunday morning.
four-way. It is. We didn't buy coffee this time.
We didn't buy that's what it was, Rush Friend.
Yes,
We're not
faltó el cafecito.
we're not caffeinated. So pardon me. So it's gonna be Sheeta, Tony Storm, Saraya, and Britt Baker. Fatal 4-way.
Right.
You know, saying Fatal 4-way reminds me of WrestleMania
Mm-hmm.
when it was the ladder match for the tag team championships. And New Day comes out and was like, "This match is no longer a triple threat. It is now a fatal 4-way." And then the Hardys came out.
Came out. Oh man.
Yep. Man, so good, so
A
good.
clip that we all still rewatch right over and over.
Yes, it's just so good. Man, so Sheeta's the current champion.
Right.
Tony Storm is having this really interesting personality, character development, and I absolutely love it.
Me too.
I think I love this Tony Storm better than the Tony Storm she was when she was champion and when she was with the Outcasts.
Right.
Saraya, don't know what she's doing. Britt Baker, absolutely love her.
Of course.
What I love Britt Baker as a champion, always. I feel like Britt Baker is going to be like my Charlotte Flair. Like in comparison that like I feel like she's going to get a lot of championship reigns and people are going to be like, why?
Yeah.
First of all, Britt
Why
Baker
not?
deserves it. So
literally,
I'm confused.
I feel like we all talk about like, okay, for WWE, right? We talk about who's the top dog, Roman Reigns, and
Yep.
AEW, Kenny Omega. Why can't we have that for the women?
Exactly.
Why do you got to be bitching about the fact that Britt Baker is the face of the
She really is of the women's division. Yeah.
right? To be honest with you, yes, there's so many great women that are up there with her, but she is the face, and why not? Like, she was the first woman to be signed to AEW.
Yeah.
So come on, like, when are we gonna start giving her flowers because she truly deserves it, and not because you are divided whether you like her or not? You know?
Yeah, and it shouldn't be something that's up for debate because if you've watched AEW from the beginning and you've seen Britt Baker grow and develop, like she has just been so fantastic. And
Absolutely,
props to
yeah.
her because she is at every meet and greet. She does so many autograph signings. Like this woman is out there and she's advocating for the company and she's at these dinners and just she is talking the world about AEW. So to have someone like that also represent your company, just fantastic.
Yeah, it's very important because I know this is mentioned all the time, but it's because shit, props to her. She's a dentist. So she is working 2 jobs, flying everywhere because of AEW, and she still comes out looking great. Her gears, she's one of the best looking champions in AEW.
Yeah.
So
She's fantastic.
yes, she is.
Absolutely love her.
So I think we're both you and I agree that we're probably rooting for Britt Baker here.
Yes.
I love Hikaru Shida so
Absolutely
much.
love Sheeta.
And I'm not ready for her to lose the championship. But if she has to lose the championship,
Just to
hope
anyone
that
who's
it's
in
Britt
that match,
Baker.
we would hope that it's to Britt Baker.
I do hope it's Britt Baker.
Talking about the greatness of Sheeta, when she won this championship, I was super glad that she was finally getting another run because the last run that she had was during the pandemic. And that was, sucky.
Yeah.
Because she didn't really get to have that audience interaction and that celebration that she deserved because she is also just a phenomenal talent. And
the crowds know that.
the
right?
crowds
the last
know
time I
that.
went to an
Crowd
AEW
loves
show,
her.
she
Yeah.
was on the what do you call that? The pre-show for Ring of Honor.
Ring
was
of Honor,
there? Something
probably.
like that. And the people were going crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on the main show. It wasn't on Dynamite, and the crowd was going crazy for
Yeah.
Sheeta. So I really love that for her. I really do love that she's champion now. That there's a crowd. And I don't want her to lose the championship. So I really do hope they just give us like a very, very good match.
Yeah, I think she could retain
Yeah,
in this match.
Me too. She doesn't have to lose. I know there's rumors that they want Saraya to win because they're gonna be in
Oh my
London.
God. That's a terrible
And
rumor.
it is a terrible rumor and a terrible take because so what if they're in London? Like,
Yeah.
please have her ready for this first and
Hmm.
then have her win the championship at London because we haven't seen much of Saraya for us
Hmm.
to have her as champion yet.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. No shade to Soraya.
Absolutely
We
not.
just have not seen her at full capacity in what she can do, I think, in AEW yet. I think the match that she had with Britt Baker was great,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to see more.
Right.
And I want to see, in comparison to the other women, where she's at. Because I feel like people are still having in minds that it's Paige. And, Paige was doing something completely different in WWE. And there's also something that I can say about CM Punk. People look at
Right.
CM Punk now in AEW. I totally get it, understand it. Age plays a factor. But you look at what CM Punk is doing, look at what Christian is doing. Look, like, people are going to be so mad in the comments. They're going to be like, oh my God. Like, relax. Okay. This is just my opinion. Just let me say it out there.
Right.
I just, in comparison to, I feel like people are holding on to, oh, this is what I knew this person for. So I'm still going to love them now, no matter what. And that's not the right way to go about it, because if you're still wanting to make them a champion now based on what they did in the past in another company in
Right.
years ago,
Right.
it makes no sense. Like, if you have the competition now in front of you and this whole new roster in front of you, this could also be like a booking thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if they don't get time to show us that they, what they can do, then that totally hinders them.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you,
yeah,
Rush
I
friend.
just,
Yeah, yeah, of course. Because, like you said, it's no shade to her. It's just that they haven't given us enough of her for us to be like, yes, that's who we want to be our
mhm,
champion,
yeah.
right?
Someone who probably could have replaced Soraya in this match is like Bunny. I think Bunny's really, really good. And she
Oh,
just came back
yeah, she, uh-huh.
from an injury. So also props to her. But I keep thinking about that match that she had where she was like covered in blood.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh my God, it's a little scary, but I love her.
yeah.
So, Bunny, love ya. If you're watching, join us next
You're
time.
so cute.
Yeah, and then Tony Storm. Tony Storm, what are you thinking about this new character that
Oh
she's
my
got,
gosh, I
Wrestfriend?
love it, restaurant. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Marilyn Monroe
Yeah.
and like classic movies and the whole 50s and 60s thing.
Hmm.
I'm a huge fan of that. So for her to come out here and look like that, what do you call it? Damsel in
A
distress
damsel in distress.
damsel in
Yeah.
distress. I love it. I freaking love it. She gets
Mhm.
mad at the crowd. She be talking
She be
shit to
throwing
them.
shoes.
I
Mhm.
just love the vibe. She plays it so well.
Yeah. She's so hilarious, Restaurant. All the little promos that she does where she's like, I I can't, she's como que se va a desmayar
Uh huh.
every second.
Uh huh.
Like, that's what she's like, and I'm all about it. Totally think that she's just so good. I
I
would
agree.
not be upset if Tony won this match, but like, she has to stay with her new character and now no more outcasts.
Okay.
Like, she gotta cut him loose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I I respect that. I
Hmm.
just don't. I wouldn't want Tony to take the belt from Sheeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
wouldn't.
if there was an order, I mean, I would prefer Sheeta to retain. If somebody had to win, it would definitely be Britt. Second on that
Yes.
would be Tony, and then Saraya.
Yes, yes, because Tony already has been the champ
Yeah.
twice. So I think that, like I
We need
said,
more women having
yes,
opportunities.
yes, we do. Like, yeah, of course. Don't get me wrong. I love that Sheeta is a champ again, and
Mhm.
the possibility of Britt being a champ again. But I hope after this, they
Yeah.
bring
I
us
guess something
the
else.
other women that are back there waiting for the opportunity
Yeah.
that we know are also ready, right?
Very true.
Um, my favorite thing about this match too, and I'm so glad people brought it up once it was announced, is that it reminds me of the All In
Oh yeah,
match.
let's talk about that. Yeah.
That was so cute, and Britt Baker was part of that.
Hmm.
So, and then I saw that she brought out
Her little OG
her little OG
jacket.
coat. I love that so much because that was during that time when they had announced the match. I mean, not when they had announced the match. When we were at the show, because I was at All In at the
Hmm.
original All In. Um, a lot of people got up and they didn't really care, but these women came out here. Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, they came out here still not giving a shit. They still gave it their all. That match was very good, by the way. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people were also very surprised. There was some people around me that when they finished the match, they were like, "Wow,
We're
that
like,
was
wow.
actually very good." And I'm like, "No
You're
shit,
like,
man. Like,
duh.
duh, right?" So I really, really, really love that. What do you call it? That it's like a little um not a
Like a
reminder, but
tribute,
like a
like
little tribute
yeah,
to that original women's match and All In 2018.
man. I just can only imagine what Britt's feeling right now. Like to really just come full circle. I
That's
mean,
so
everyone who was
cool.
at All In and now getting to experience the second one.
Yeah,
So interesting.
yeah,
That's man,
so
heartwarming
interesting.
stuff. Okay, Stadium Stampede, Rest Friend.
Yes.
When this one was announced, I'm like, there's no way because I saw Eddie Kingston and I was like, what? And then Lucha
Right.
Brothers, best friends,
With
and then
best friends, yeah.
Against Blackpool Combat Club, who needs 3 more people
Yeah.
because Lord Jesus.
And I'm excited to talk about this with you because I'm excited to hear who you think
Oh my God.
should come or who you think will join them.
I honestly, Rest Friend, don't know. They have to recruit 3 more people.
3.
And that's a lot. Okay, so
Yeah.
Pac left them last time. Takeshita completely walked out because Don Callis was like, all right, let's dip.
Right.
So
And will Peck come and be against the Lucha Brothers?
I know. Like there's no, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of like who could possibly come back. And like, Brian Danielson is injured.
Right.
So there's no way he's coming back to
I
become
believe
the
Peck is
fourth.
injured too, right?
I think
So I
so.
don't even think it would be him at all.
No.
Like no.
So Claudio, Yuta, and Mox, I honestly have no idea, Rest Friend. I was like, are they going to New Japan? Are they getting somebody from Impact? Like, they're just. I'm looking through MLW.
I mean, that would be so
who are they
cool,
gonna go
right?
get?
Like someone from another promotion.
A
That would be really
complete
cool.
other promotion. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Can I tell you who I was having a conversation with Sergio,
Mhm.
and he said that there are room. I did see.
Oh, I knew Sergio was gonna have the cheese. See, Sergio always has the cheese, man. I 1,000% appreciate him.
Yes,
for
he
that.
does. I kid you not. When he gets home from work, he always has something to say about wrestling. He's like, "So did you see?" And we talk about that during the G1 climax.
Yeah.
I honestly was only following Naito's matches. I was only watching Naito's matches.
Yeah.
But he would come home and be like, "So did you see?" Da, 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 da. I love that. He keeps me updated.
Updated. Yeah.
But I don't know if you also saw on the internet that it looks like Proud and Powerful maybe.
Oh yeah,
be
they're coming back or not coming back. Yeah, I
So-
saw Ortiz do like an interview because he was backstage somewhere and he had a match.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, interesting to see them back on the scene.
Right.
So
I know that's one of the predictions some people have, Proud and Powerful, but the
Mhm.
one that for me is more believable
Mhm.
is Daniel Garcia.
oh, Rust Friend, internal conflict. I can't. Danny Garcia cannot, Rust Friend.
He cannot.
Cannot. No. This is not going to end well for Yuta. And this is I only say this for the protection of Yuta inside the Blackpool Combat
I
Club.
can see it.
You know it.
I know absolutely because Daniel Garcia is the original person they wanted.
Yes.
Well, Danielson, right?
Yes, Danielson he was really vouching for Danny Garcia. And I remember when they were fighting for the Pure Championship that William Regal, when he was still there, was talking on commentary. He was like, well, we would like Danny Garcia in the Blackpool Combat Club, but if we had all the good wrestlers, then who else would we fight? Because we would only have amazing for William Regal.
Exactly.
I love William Regal, but I only see it even if it's for only this match, totally cool.
Yeah.
But I know it's not just gonna be for this match. I
Yeah.
know Brian Danielson is gonna come back and be like, "Well, Danny, you see, you came and then we won." Or could you imagine if Blackpool Combat Club wins with fucking Danny Garcia and like 2 other people?
I know because I feel like the biggest thing here is he left Jericho,
Mm-hmm.
so the possibility
He's needing technically a new
there.
crew, and now he could be a professional wrestler and not a sports entertainer.
Right. He can actually beat some ass now.
Yeah. I mean, he'd probably do his little dance,
Right.
but it would
Are
have
we
to
ever
be like.
gonna get rid of his little
Could you
dance?
imagine him doing his little dance in front of Mox? I can't.
No.
I can't.
I
Mox in the
cannot
background
actually.
bleeding, and then Danny like. Interesting.
They're not gonna take him serious for a while. It's gonna take a while.
You know what? I honestly hadn't given much thought to like 3 other people who could possibly join. So this might have to be like in the next episode that I talk about this because I was
We need to
just
see a little bit more, right?
I was just shocked that I'm like, man, Blackpool Combat Club. Why we always gotta find other people? Like,
my thing with the Stadium Stampede is like, wow, the randomness of Eddie Kingston, the Lucha Brothers, and Best Friends.
I know that's so random. I mean, I guess if it's gonna be like that, throw Jeff and Matt in there with the Blackpool Combat Club.
No, like
Why not?
Because I get it. They came out and they helped Best Friends, right? Because it was being attacked after Orange Cassidy's match.
Yeah.
But
But
That
they're
was
gonna be
so
like, y'all
random.
ain't really a tag team or something like that. I don't know.
Like
There
I
could be
just
beef.
hope they connect well, that they're able to work well together, so that
Hmm.
they can beat the Blackpool Comeback Cup. I know that's not what you want.
I know,
I know you
I know.
want the BCC to
Yeah, yeah,
win,
yeah.
but I
But I also love Lucha Brothers and Eddie Kingston.
yes.
Internally conflicted. I guess this is gonna be like the last Stadium Stampede that I was like the Elite. I also love the Elite, and then versus Blackpool Combat Club, and I was like, everybody, I
No,
love you all so much. Like,
I I also wonder, how is it gonna work? Are they gonna do
mhm.
the same thing that they did with them, and they just like what is it called, like pre-filmed it or whatever,
Pre-film it and
or
just
is it
show
gonna be
it.
live?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be live.
Wow,
I think it would be live.
wow, that's gonna be very interesting.
And then they'll just like, and because there's so many teams, they'll be, oh, best friends are gonna be outside in the concessions, and Eddie Kingston's gonna be getting more fire. Like,
You know they're gonna do some crazy stuff as friend.
yeah,
I mean Blackpool Combat Club. I
yeah.
don't know why I can't say
I'm
that.
I'm starting to think of like who best friends are beefing with, who Lucha Brothers are beefing with, besides the Blackpool Combat
Yeah,
Club.
because I mean I know it was the BCC with best friends. The Lucha Brothers, haven't they just been out here like just having good matches that are not, there's no
That
feuds?
there's no feuds. Yeah,
Because I know Phoenix when faced Commander,
Commander.
right? So
Unless you add more Mexicans to the other
right,
side,
right,
and
like
then you have
whoa,
Andrade in a Stadium
Hijo del
Stampede.
Vikingo.
Whoa.
Imagine they get like Commander and Hijo del Vikingo,
And then someone else.
Daniel Garcia.
Best friend.
I mean, if they add two luchadores, I think that would be
That
very
would be
nice.
interesting because you have a
Very nice.
balance
Yeah.
of
And why wouldn't we want more
interesting.
luchadores?
Interesting. We're gonna have to follow up with this on like Twitter or something. Be like, all right, I thought of my three people, and then watch Dynamite's gonna pop up, and it's not even gonna be anybody who we thought it would be. Interesting. It'll be like the Kingdom from Ring of Honor. We'll see.
Best
No
friend.
shade to the Kingdom.
No shade.
No shade. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about this coffin match. So Darby Allin and Sting are going to face AR Fox and Swerve Strickland. Interestingly enough, Darby Allin has been fighting for his life. I feel like I see this man 27 times a day, because he just wrestles so much.
Yes, he does. And Sting is just right there behind him. Like, okay.
Also causing mayhem.
Exactly. And it's like, wow. You know what? I need me someone like Sting. Or maybe I need me someone like Darby Allin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't be as crazy as Darby Allin working my ass off. Like, not that Sting doesn't work his ass off, but you know, most of the time it's Darby in the matches
Uh-huh.
and Sting is just there with him.
Yeah.
I need me someone like Darby. I
In
think I think there's someone out there that's like, I need me a Sting, and I'm that Sting.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna
I
ask
think
you in
that's
like in
better.
what way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I think I'm just saying what's in my head.
No,
So
I love you for that. Because I'm the same way. I know
yeah.
sometimes you look at me like, what?
Yes. Okay. So there's a Darby Allin out there, someone like Darby Allin that's like, I need me a Sting, and here I'm the Sting.
Interesting. You get it?
Yes.
The interesting. If you're still watching with us, I apologize.
Thank you.
So the builds that AR Fox and Swerve Strickland have been getting, or they have been really getting pushed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think them as a tag team really, really works out. What have
Mhm.
you been thinking about what we've seen with them lately?
I really like them as friend. I've always seen it in Swerve Strickland that
Mhm.
he has star power.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I see him growing more
Mhm.
after this. I don't know if like as maybe a tag champ with AR Fox or go for the championship. I feel
Mhm.
like Swerve Strickland is one of those people that at any time he will be ready for a championship match.
Mm.
Um
Yeah. I agree
so
with you on that.
as a pair, like I said, AR Fox and him work so well together. I love it, and I know this match is going to be crazy too because obviously Darby Allin.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on them. I star power on Swerve
Star
Strickland.
power.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yes.
Who do you think is gonna win in this match?
I want to say Darby Allin and Sting,
Yeah.
but maybe they'll surprise us and give us Air Fox and Strickland.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
I see that. I honestly don't know because, Darby Allin and Nick Nick Wayne have kind of been doing their thing, but I also wouldn't be. I guess I would be caught off guard a little bit if AR Fox and Swerve won
Yeah.
because I feel like it's Sting and Darby Allin. Like they've
Right.
been like unstoppable lately. But okay, if they win the match, then what?
That's true.
Hmm.
That is so true.
Then where do
Well, I
we
mean,
go?
we do have a tag team there that we were talking about earlier. We said we
True.
need more tag teams.
It's
So
true.
if Air Fox and Swerve do win, yeah, they possibly build them up even more.
Hmm.
I mean, they've been beating the crap out of people, and like
I know.
Nick Wayne. That was crazy, restaurant.
That
I was
was
like, whoa,
that was wild.
what's going
First of
on?
all, that was so much blood, and then when they were
So
like, "Open your phone," and the phone wasn't working because he was so best friend. That was
that was
crazy.
something else.
Crazy to me. Oh my goodness.
And I know you're like,
Settle down, Blackpool
but
Combat
blood,
Club.
right? So I couldn't. My reaction was like, whoa! I can imagine your reaction.
Best friend,
Restaurant.
I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, wow, okay. Let's talk about. I think this is probably one of the first matches that was announced, which was Will Ospreay and Chris Jericho,
Mhm.
which I have to talk to you because I saw a tweet yesterday that literally I was laughing for like 5 minutes. Restaurant.
What was
It
it?
was Dave Finley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he like quote tweeted someone, and he was like, "You're the dumbest person I know, and I know Osprey."
That is not the first time I see a tweet about Osprey like that. Like, what do these people know about Osprey?
When I
Like,
tell you I was cackling, Rest Friend, and then I was like, I had clicked on it, and I'm like, "There's no way he really said this," because it was like a quote. So I'm like, "Oh my god, he really did."
he really
I
did.
was cracking up. So
You loved it.
yeah, 10 out of 10. I lived for that tweet. But I think this was one of like the first matches that was announced,
Yeah, cause yeah,
and I mean, I get it, but I guess like I don't get
I
it.
don't get it. I don't get it because it was Jericho coming out on Dynamite
Mhm.
with Don Callis, right?
Mm.
And
Which
to
that segment was great.
it was so good, restaurant, but it was
Great segment.
so funny because at first Don Callis is like, Jericho, I want you to work with me.
Mhm.
And then Jericho said, yes, I will work with you.
Mhm.
And then once that the painting was
Mhm.
revealed that Don Callis holding Chris Jericho's decapitated
That's
head,
crazy. Why
which
would
is
he
crazy.
totally jump the gun on that restaurant?
Best friend, that was crazy.
First of all, that painting had no business being in the ring. Absolutely no business. First of all, and shout out to Mel Coleman because she's the one that drew that. But oh my goodness, why would you do that,
I
Don Callis? You're
I
so
think
much
it's
smarter than this.
I think it's so funny, restaurant, because this is gonna sound like so much shade, but it shows Chris Jericho you're not Kenny Omega. Because had that been Kenny Omega, Don Callis would have had a painting of him kissing Kenny Omega's feet or something, you know?
No matter if he got him or not,
Right,
he
exactly.
would have been like, you know what, you didn't join me, but let me give you the gift I got for you anyway.
So I thought that was so funny, restaurant. They're like say
Mm-mm.
kind of sweet things to each other, like I want you with me, and Jericho's like, yes, I'll join you.
Don
Painting
Callis
was
like,
revealed,
oh, I'll ship it to you. No
and
worries. I'll
then
send.
all of a sudden they're like, well, you suck. No, well, you suck. Well, you're this. No, well, you're this. And it's like, wow, that's so
That
funny.
was so funny,
That was
restaurant.
hilarious. That was so
Well, I didn't even
fucking
want to join
funny.
you anyway. Like it was
Right.
so elementary school. I
Exactly.
lived for it.
Takeshita comes out, and I'm like, okay, okay, so it's gonna be Takeshita and
Hmm.
Jericho, right? But then Osprey comes out,
Which
and I'm like,
the crowd went crazy, but I was sitting
yes. I
confused
was so confused. I'm like, what does Osprey have to
to do
do
with
with this? I
this.
guess. And now we have Chris Jericho versus Will Osprey. And
Which go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, no. I'm thinking it's a match that they both wanted probably, and they were like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, maybe because I know there was people had what wanted Kenny Omega and Will Osprey, right?
Hmm.
But that didn't happen. So we got Chris Jericho versus Will Osprey. And with this match, let's talk about the match and what we the predictions are restaurant what we think is gonna happen. I don't see Will Osprey losing, but I also don't see Chris Jericho losing.
Interesting. I was gonna say I think Will Ospreay's taking it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Jericho needs the win. He's Chris
No,
Jericho.
and Chris Jericho doesn't really ever need the win, but that's the thing. Chris Jericho gets the win a lot of times, so that's why it's like,
I think he'd give one up to Osprey.
you think
I think
so?
he'd try to like build him up. I guess to me, they only had a couple. They have a couple more 100,000 tickets to sell, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they've sold 80 plus thousand tickets so
Mm-hmm.
far,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what in the minds of AEW, they were like, okay, we're gonna announce this match, we're gonna finish selling it out. But I would be like, that's the match you chose to sell it out, like Jericho and Osprey, and a lot of people are gonna shit on us. But I'm just like not a fan
Yes.
of either.
Yeah, that's what
I
your best friend.
see the talent, absolutely see the talent of Osprey. Just not a huge fan of Osprey.
Oh, I mean,
I
I'm
think
not
he's a
gonna lie to
great
you.
wrestler.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoy his matches, and because most of
He's
the
so
time,
impressive.
yes, and most of the time he goes against people that are also great, so they
Yeah.
always deliver.
Hmm.
He just faced Naito at the G1 climax.
Yeah.
Climax. I'm sorry, at the semifinals, and that match, best friend. Oh my
Is it
goodness.
great?
Amazing. I really, really recommend watching the semifinals
And
of.
it's we're not doubting Will Ospreay's talent in
No,
any
no, no,
way
no,
because he is
absolutely not. We're just
fantastic.
not the biggest fans,
It's just not
and
we're
that's
just not the
okay.
biggest
That's
fans, and that's
probably
fine.
right. That would probably, if we were there, that would probably be our pee break.
Yeah, TBH. People get so mad when we don't pee during the women's matches.
I literally
I
don't.
especially hold my pee if I have to pee during the women's matches.
Yes.
I think last time I went like during the Acclaimed, and who are they fighting? It was like a tag team match for the titles in
Mm.
Chicago for last year.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
all
And
out?
then Keith Lee and Swerve were also in that match. And people wanted the Acclaim to win. That's when I took my
Yes.
bathroom break.
Yes. Okay, I remember Rush Friend, and the crowd went crazy.
Yeah. And then I
Okay.
came back and they were still fighting. So it's fine. But yeah, Chris
Right.
Jericho and Will Ospreay. I would hope that Will Ospreay wins,
Same.
just because, like I said, I don't think that Chris Jericho needs the win. Will Ospreay be fine if he loses? Absolutely. He's Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Like, this dude has what, 5-star matches every other week.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll go back to New Japan.
Yeah.
He'll or have another match in AEW,
Yeah.
Ring of Honor. I don't know. Like, he'll be fine.
And I also think that Will also have Don Callis ringside or Takeshita. So I
Well,
think that
now,
that will also
yeah.
be like a factor. And this will be interesting because after that segment on Dynamite, Sammy Guevara came out to help Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
So could we possibly see Takeshita versus Sammy? I feel like no, now we're getting
Mm.
different matchups because technically I feel like Sammy's still a little bit loyal.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, yeah, he did come out and help him. The thing is, like, wow, your wife said she's done with him, but
Yeah.
you're still coming out here. So I would like to know what it's like backstage.
Yeah.
With-
Well, your wife was like, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Whoever wins and whatever, Edie and I will be like, okay.
We'll be fine. It's not a life or death match, guys. One that does seem like a life or death match: the
Yeah.
Golden Elite versus the Bullet Club Gold and Konosuke Takeshita.
Mhm.
Wow.
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 Yes.
Let's talk about this, Russ friend.
Yeah, let's talk
Thoughts
about it.
immediately from you.
Oh my gosh. Best friend. It's like, well, Heyman said it best. Okay, it's Kenny Omega
Yeah.
and then Kota Ibushi with Hangman. Like, I also didn't think I'd see this matchup, I don't know, in a very long time or
Yeah.
ever really. Like, it's so cool. I'm so excited. I mean, I love Hangman, obviously. So to see him work with someone like Kota Ibushi and working back again with Kenny, I love it so freaking much. I am so excited. And then Bullet Club Gold. Who's not a fan of Bullet Club Gold right now, right?
We love Bullet Club Gold. Absolutely.
It's so funny to say Bullet Club Gold. Like, I'm still not used to it.
To the edition.
Yeah, to that gold edition. But I love it. I love it. Jay White
Mhm.
and Juice Robinson have been killing it both on Dynamite now, on Collision. So junto con Takeshita, best friend, this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy match.
I'm super excited for this one. Love Takeshita. Love Bullet Club Gold. Juice and Jay White have just been complete menaces.
Yes.
Complete menaces. So I can only imagine how much fun they're going to be having in this match with Takeshita, who is an absolute monster. And it's funny because on Collision, Juice was talking about, he was like in the ring yelling like, "This is my V trigger!" Like
Yes.
they want to be the elite.
Oh,
They
so
want to
bad,
be the
best
elite
friend.
so bad.
Well, they're
I'm here for it.
I want to say it's sort of like they were their mentors with the probably not, right?
Yeah.
But Kenny and Hangman used to be in the Bullet Club first, and
Yeah.
then came Jay White and Juice Robinson. So I don't know, best friend. This is the whole
It's just so
this
funny.
whole thing. There's just so many reasons why I love this matchup so much,
Yeah.
and it's the other match that I'm very very excited about. because I honestly don't know how it's gonna end. I don't. I just know it's gonna be crazy. The crowd is gonna go crazy.
It's gonna be interesting. We'll
Very.
we'll have to see what happens. Who do you think is winning? I want the Golden Elite to win,
Me too.
but I absolutely love Takeshita. So
Yeah,
I
you
feel
do.
like he's always getting the short end of the stick, honestly.
Yeah, but at least we know he's gonna, whoop some ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's crazy.
Okay,
As long as he
I'll
doesn't
live.
touch Hangman, we'll be okay, rest friend.
Restaurant, and I was just going. They're gonna fight because I go back to that one of the first matches that Takeshita really had.
Takeshita, yeah.
The top matches was against Hangman, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was like, oh my god, like this guy's great.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for that.
Yeah, me too. With his little leather jacket, I love that jacket. By the way, but I think the Golden Elite is gonna win.
Mhm.
That's because that's who I want to win.
Yeah. You know what? I saw an Instagram picture of Takeshita hanging out with Okada and
And
Shinsuke.
Nakamura, yes,
They're all besties.
so
That
cool.
takes me out because I love all of them so much. Okay, let's talk about 0 Hour. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match is going to be against Aussie Open, who's current champions, versus Adam Cole and MJF,
Mm-hmm.
which there's just so much that can happen in this match because, Adam Cole and MJF are the main event.
Yeah.
So for them to open the show and also close the show is insane to me.
I hope they get the fattest checks ever.
I hope so too. They
Mhm.
deserve it, honestly.
Mhm.
And Aussie Open is just such a fantastic tag team. They have been working together for years and their chemistry is just incredible. Like
It
they're able
is.
to feed off of each other and just vibe off of each other so well. And, Adam Cole and MJF are fairly new. So do you think that it's going to play a factor in this match at all?
That's a great question, Rest Friend.
Hey, best friend.
Maybe because, like you said, Aussie Open is so great, and when you were talking about like their chemistry together, it's also the fans, the
Yeah.
crowd. Like, first of all, Aussie Open and Adam Cole, baby, and MJF are two tag teams that the crowd will definitely get behind.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a huge thing. When you have the entire crowd working
Watching.
with you,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that plays a huge part on the way that you work, right? But I that's a very great question, Miss Friend. Maybe my answer is maybe because
Maybe.
you're correct, ho.
Thank you.
Kidding. Correcto.
Yeah, man, maybe right off the bat, they'll be fine. But I want to say that they're not going to get the tag team championships.
Yeah, no, I really don't see it either.
Yeah, I think Aussie Open, Mark Davis just came back from an injury.
Yeah.
So to have this run that they're currently having right now, I think is a blessing for them. But also, they deserve it.
Mhm.
I think they're a really, really great tag team. When they were signed to AEW, I was really excited because I'm like, oh my God, Aussie Open, they're so good. Yes, let's do this.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think they're going to retain in this match. And I think that later in the match, like towards the end before they get the win, I think there is going to be something that happens between MJF and Adam Cole to kind of set the stage for later in that main event. Yeah.
I like that. You're so right. Best
Yeah.
friend, you should be a writer for AW.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know they say they don't have writers. Well, you should be one.
Oh, I appreciate that response. You're so kind.
Yes. I
Oh,
know. I
man.
really, really do like that. That would be a very good way to also hype us up for that main event.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, oh,
Because you're like, oh my God, now
shit. Oh, now
how are
it
they
got
going to deal with
real.
it? Or if there's going to be like a backstage segment somewhere in between, like, oh my God, bro, I didn't mean to do that. Like, interesting.
I hope it's not too predictable.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh my God, that is so exciting. Now you made me excited for this match.
Yeah. I have to search up something real quick because
Okay.
CM Punk is going to go against Samoa Joe.
You mentioned him, and I cannot get that image out of my head.
The Lucha Vampire?
That-
What was
that-
it? The
that shit he was
dinosaur?
wearing last night.
I think it was Lucha Vampire. CM Punk
That's-
versus Samoa Joe.
There's certain
What
things
was
in
his
Punk that's all I
name?
think of now.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, okay,
The Golden
so
Vampire.
the Golden Vampire. Lord Jesus, that was a lot. But okay, so also in this same pay-per-view, we're going to get CM Punk, who is the real AEW champion, against Samoa Joe for that title,
Right.
which I'm
Me
confused
too.
because MJF is the champion.
Right.
So you're going to tell me that you're going to have technically the same belt on the line 2 different times in the night against 2 different people held by 2 different champions?
I literally do not understand that either, best friend, because MJF won that championship fair and
And
fucking
square.
square. Okay, he literally wrestled for it. You weren't there, buddy. I'm
weren't there.
sorry,
You weren't
but you
there,
weren't
buddy.
fucking there. So that doesn't make you the real champion. But
Yeah.
regardless, I hope Samoa Joe wins.
Yeah. I am with you. I hope Samoa Joe wins. But then I don't think he's going to.
No, he's not.
I
Because what
think
is that
it's
going to
gonna
do
be
for that
CM Punk
championship,
because
right?
it's not going to do anything for that championship. Exactly. And Samoa Joe's already a champion. Not that I don't want Samoa Joe to have all the championships because
Right.
Guy is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just I'm thinking about CM Punk has to be this champion for maybe till All Out, right?
Right.
Because technically, him and MJF have to see each other sometime. And Max, I know, is pissed that he's like, I'm the champion, but this guy's walking around like he's a champion,
He has to
and
be.
I'm the legit champion.
It just
There has to be a
yeah.
confrontation. MJF has not even addressed CM Punk, hasn't even mentioned him.
I know that is exactly what I've been thinking about. I'm
Mhm.
like, is it just a storyline thing?
These
Is it a
have to
real
cross.
thing? Because they have to cross for CM Punk to be saying, "I'm the real champion." When you have MJF, the actual real champion,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know that. What if at the main event
Crazy.
CM Punk decides to come out and
ruin it
ruin it?
and costing who?
Causing someone
and
the
Adam
match.
Cole wins the belt, but then it would be Adam Cole being the champion against the real champion, which that just makes everything so messy.
So messy because, okay, what if he helps MJF instead? So MJF wins, right? And then you have Adam Cole baby and CM Punk feuding or something? Yeah, you're right. It's
Where's Roderick?
where-
Roderick against Punk now. That's
You know what? The reason why that would be so exciting is because Roderick's theme song is by Killswitch Engage.
Mhm.
And CM Punk has been teasing this fire.
honestly.
So if they both had a match
if
and they
CM
both
Punk comes out with this fire restaurant, a huge pop for me. I might even cry. I love that theme song. Cult of Personality has just never been for me.
I used to love Cult Personality. Killswitch Engage is one of my favorite bands. So to hear that live at AEW would be freaking amazing. I would just be very low key about it. I'd be like, oh,
I would be super, super high.
because I know everyone else is gonna be so excited with CM Punk.
that you would be like, okay,
Yes,
that's.
but that would be so. No pun intended. That would be fire.
Oh,
It would be.
I would literally
fire.
cry
I would
as
too.
soon as the even through the dark. I would be like,
Fire burn.
I'd be in tears, absolutely in tears. So we got a super chat. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Jose says he is first time here. I feel late or jumping ahead. So sorry. Who do you think is joining the BCC? I kind of want BC War Dogs. Interesting. Because, okay, so we did talk about this,
Mhm.
but I literally had no idea who could possibly join at all.
Yeah,
Possibility of who's joining. I have no idea. I'm giving it probably a little more time to figure out because we talked about the possibility of luchadors coming in and Hijo del Vikingo with Commander and then Danny Garcia, which I'm totally against Danny Garcia, but there could be so many people into play.
So many possibilities.
The roster's stacked.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but it's because I do think we need one, which is Dynamite is coming up this week. We
Yeah.
need Dynamite to help us think of who is going to join the BCC because I
Yeah.
really don't know. I think Daniel Garcia would be a great addition. I know you don't like the restaurant. I'm so sorry, but I think that would be an amazing addition.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're like,
Don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to. There we go. There we go. We're still getting the hang of this, guys. Don't worry.
but there it is.
But there it is, full comment. And thank you so much, Jose. We 1,000% appreciate your support for us.
And you're right. I don't
Welcome to Wrestfriends.
recognize your name. So welcome.
Yeah.
And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Man, this pay-per-view is just going to be interesting.
It's gonna be so interesting, my friend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also love it that it's gonna be early here since
Oh,
they're gonna be in England.
Best friend, it's gonna be a la una de la tarde.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
Like we're gonna be in
Absolutely
bed by
here for it.
8. Amazing.
Or maybe not. Who knows? It might be a 7-hour pay-per-view.
Wrestfriend, please do not give Tony Khan any
It
ideas.
could be 7 hours. He's gonna do All Out 2 days.
Please do not give this man any ideas
He's
because
gonna be like twice the money. Absolutely.
if you know if there's one thing this man loves, it's matches, right? Like he loves
Absolutely.
wrestling. So
Also, it seems like a fairly short card, right?
yeah,
But then if
right
you're
now.
giving right now, but also these could be hour-long matches, restaurant.
that too.
You think Will Ospreay and Jericho's not gonna get an hour? Oh my god, I think they're gonna get an
Please
hour.
don't jinx it.
Oh my god.
Knock on wood.
I feel like they're gonna get an hour.
Wrestfriend, do not
Restaurant,
start.
they might get an hour. I'm so shook.
That is
Isabel
so,
says, keep it up. Absolutely appreciate you. Look at that. I'm gonna
that is
cry.
so funny. What is it, like an aguacate or
It's working out. I feel like she's telling me to go to the gym.
Wrestfriend?
I love you, Isabel. You're my fave. Don't let Mimi hear that. Mimi's gonna be like, what?
That is not what I meant.
Battle of the Primas. That's the pay-per-view.
That is the pay-per-view restaurant.
That's the
Battle of the
pay-per-view.
Primas. I cannot. How? Oh my goodness.
I am dead. She is also I'm glad she thinks it's funny because I'm cracking up too. Yes, LMFAO. Love it. Love to see it. Man.
Man, restaurant. I'm honestly, thanks to this, I'm even more excited for this pay-per-view.
Yeah, there's just and then my mind is thinking about so many things all at once because we have All In. We have had some matches announced for All Out, but I feel like you need to really kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Yes. I mean, I wonder if Tony feels any type of pressure.
Isabel said it's a pair.
Oh, it's a pair.
because we're a pair. Duh. Good thing she said it because I was not gonna figure it out.
Wow. Me neither, because it looked like an aguacate to me.
Not the aguacate.
Okay, so I
Back to the pay-per-view, yeah.
if Tony feels any pressure because this is only the second All In. The first All In was literally ran by the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, I'm sure, in the back.
I
and
know Cody's
Hangman
gonna
as
be
well.
watching.
Oh, that's friend. And so I also wonder if we're going to have the original All In theme song by Downstate. I wonder if that's happening. That would be
Let me
so
ask.
cool.
We'll ask. We got the in. We're not gonna say it.
I love the seriousness.
We're not gonna say it.
Okay, so
All right. Yeah. Very excited for All In. I don't know how I feel yet about All Out.
I mean, it's because we don't have anything.
We have anything.
It's gonna be here, and we don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, and mind you, we still have a collision before All Out. We have a collision, we have a Dynamite and a Rampage.
You are so right.
So literally anything can happen. I'm ready for
Anything.
Okada to come back at this point. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. Wow, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I am not gonna lie to you. I'm so excited for all this wrestling.
Yeah.
I am.
very excited. Man, it's just gonna be so good.
It's gonna be great.
Super, super good. And yeah, I'm ready to talk about it all with my rest friends once they're all up. Because I know rest friends, we're gonna be on Twitter. We're gonna be like, I told you guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna be adding me while you're right next to me. Daniel Garcia showed up. Edie's
Yes,
not
we
okay.
will. Yes, we will.
All right, rest friends. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. Like I said, you can always go back and rewatch this or listen to us and the audio version on Spotify, iTunes, literally anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcasts. But thank you so much, rest friend. Where can our rest friends who are watching us, who are listening, find us on social media?
Both our Twitters and our Instagrams are at Wrestfriends. And if you go to our link, if you go to our bio, I'm sorry, we
Yes.
have our link tree on there, and it has the link to every single Wrestfriends content that you need and want in your life.
Yeah. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
Love it.
Love you guys. Thank you
you
so
so
much
much.
for sticking around and for watching with us. We appreciate you. We love you all so much. And we will be back, not next week, because next we're going to be. Are we going to be back next week? No, I think we'll be back next week.
I think we'll be back
Yeah,
next week,
yeah.
Best Friend.
We have one more week, and then the week of All Out. That's going to be complete chaos.
Yes.
You're not going to find us at all, okay?
Not here.